Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host as always, LitecoinLeader. Today I'm at a special location. I'm here in Myrtle Beach and you can see behind me, let me step off to the side. Here you go. New construction, all right? We're gonna talk a little bit about the economy. It's still the Business Bureau. We're still talking about, we'll tie it back to crypto in a minute. But first I wanted to show you houses being built. Houses are going up like crazy in areas like this. It's a beautiful day here in Myrtle Beach. I'm recording, it's probably about 70 degrees, light breeze. I'm sorry if you're in a colder state, but you know, you have the ability to move. Just wanted to put that out there. But lots of people are moving to warmer climates, redder states. You get the idea. But in areas like this, Myrtle Beach, I've been all over the country in the last 12 to 15 months, about 12 months. I call it 18. Florida, popular. Texas, popular. People out west are moving to Salt Lake. I think Nevada is a little bit popular. Certainly Arizona is popular. People are moving to warmer climates, the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Texas. They're trying to find good deals. But I wanted to point out to you that with what's going on in the economy, and I apologize if there's noise. Hey, I got the microphone on. We'll see how it goes. But if there's noise behind me, I apologize. But there's lots of construction. I wanted to point out that if you see construction in these areas, that doesn't mean that those areas are booming. What it means is that right now, the real estate bubble is at near a peak. And what these houses right here, I can stay in off to the side and I can point them out. You got houses starting up over here. You got new construction. You got guys all over this neighborhood. They're building a ton of houses. And people want to move these climates, but what's going on in the housing market, we're going to see a turn in the market very soon. Everything is cyclical. Okay, I know a number of other channels talk about real estate, but I will tie it all together because it's all economics. Everything is interrelated. So with what they're doing with the interest rates, right? The Fed, the FOMC, that quarter of a point bump that they gave out. It's already been priced into the mortgages, and mortgages are already starting to trickle up. We're in from the 3s to 3.5 to 4 to 4.5. When you start looking at the numbers, that is a 20 to 25% increase in the price of a mortgage just for principal and interest. So that's going to have an impact on the buyers. It's going to have an impact on the ability of people to buy and sell real estate, even in hot markets like this one. And this is one of the hottest markets in the country, because the prices here are relatively low, especially if you're coming from California or the Northeast. You'll find these prices extremely attractive. But they're going to go lower, and here's why. The demand is going to go down because the number of people that can afford to buy is going to decrease, because the prices of the houses for the payment is going to go up because of the interest rate. Real estate is interest rates impact real estate, it's one of the most impactful areas for interest rates, because mortgages really impact what people can buy. A 1.5% mortgage increase it could change you from $400 to $500 per 100,000 house. So if you're buying a $500,000 house, your payment goes from $2,000 to $2,500, going from 3% to 4.5%. I think that's about right. Don't quote me on it, but that's the kind of gauge we're looking at. And what I wanted to tell you is that this development here, and I'm seeing lots of development on residential and commercial. I used to be a real estate investor. I used to do it for a long time before 2008, just blew me away. And because I learned back then that most people made their wealth in real estate. So I started learning the numbers, how to do it. And I even started to do commercial real estate because that was more of a numbers market, more numbers driven. But the timing takes forever, okay? And what these are right here, these projects, just to show you, this probably started 2 to 3 years ago. And the reason I say that is it's not just like buying one house. If you are, the faster way as a small real estate developer, the faster way to get rolling is to find an older house or a lot and build it, if it's already zoned and everything. But this is a development, okay? So developments start by finding a piece of land, putting together a feasibility study, doing a phase one, doing environmental impact, doing a planning, zoning, getting it approved. All that takes money and time. And that could take 1 to 2 years. And you got to put the utilities in, you got to put roads in, all the infrastructure that takes. The fact that they're dropping the houses in, that's one of the last steps. Okay, connecting the utilities and getting things built, that's like 2 to 3 years into the process. So this is what we call a lagging or a laggard indicator. This is showing that how hot things were 2 to 3 years ago. People with vision for where are going to be hot markets do this 2 or 3 years in advance. So when bubbles pop, you will find that these and other properties are going to sit in the market longer. So days on market is a key metric for real estate. So why am I talking about real estate? How does it relate back to crypto? Well, again, all the economy is tied together, okay? People, as real estate is one of the main drivers for people's wealth. That's probably the biggest purchase that people ever make in their lifetimes, is buying their house. It's best in an investment property or a second home, that tends to go away when the economy starts to go downward. And that could be where we're heading, because real estate prices will go. Real estate prices are high right now. They're very, very high. And you hear about, like, oh my God, there's cash offers and everything. Why are there cash offers? Because people are jumping in and buying in for cash, because banks aren't approving loans as often as they used to. And cash buyers are king right now, because they can come in with no approvals and just say, hey, that house, 300 grand, I'll buy it all cash right now if they have it. They don't have to worry about, anything really. If they just waive appraisals, waive everything, they just go in and write a check or just go transact in the title company, the escrow company, and be done with it. But if you get a mortgage company involved and you're only putting 10 or 20% down, that bank has to approve it. You need to appraise the property. You need to make sure that you can afford that property. All those things take time, and you have to be pre-approved so you can go buy and become a cash buyer. But even if you become a cash buyer, that doesn't mean that you're done, because when you make an offer on a house, let's say you're buying a house for 500 grand, just picking a number, and that's your approval number, you're approved up to that number, that doesn't mean you're done. It means, like, when you're approved, the bank is still going to want to confirm that whatever you're buying that property for, the collateral is going to be worth the mortgage, so they have to go get an appraisal. So all those things matter, all those things weigh in. So you're going to see things like days on market go longer and longer, and those are all indications of the market about to turn. So interest rates going up, real estate markets are about to turn. Days on market extends, real estate's about to turn. So when real estate turns, disposable, the economy, the outlook on the economy really starts to go downward. And that's going to impact everything, including investments in other areas like cryptocurrency. That's how it all ties together. So when people look at one aspect of the economy, they tend to think about the entire economy being like it. So real estate is a major driver for economic outlooks for a lot of people. So just because you see lots of construction in your area doesn't mean that we're at a boom market. We could be, that's usually at the top. At some point, that will start to taper off, and that usually happens when interest rates go up and when days on market goes up too. And both of those things are starting to happen now. So keep that in mind. Don't believe just because you see this, you're still in a hot market. It could be nearing the top of the market. So lots said today. I wanted to share my viewpoints and my history of real estate and talking about how that impacts the entire economy. What are your thoughts? Do you think you're in a bubble? What do you think about houses? Like these houses, I think they're like 300 to 400,000. Is that a good number for you? Are you looking to move to a warmer climate? Are you moving right now? Are you having trouble with real estate? All those things, like the more information I have, the better I can help you to understand the global economy. So as I head out on travel for the next couple of weeks, I'll be talking to more people from around the country, and I'm getting more sentiment around the country. So lots out there, lots of information shared today. I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau, say follow leader one more time, and I'll see you soon. Take care.